Welcome back to News Across Nigeria, the program that brings you news from the length and breadth of the country. Well, a crack team of the Inspector General of Police has uncovered a large cache of arms from a bunker in Gbishe, Katsina-Ala local government area of Benue State, allegedly belonging to a wanted gang leader, Tewashe Akwaza. The discovery was made after almost 14 days of tracking him. Headsmen suspected to have been involved in the brutal killing of Tiv farmers in Taka local government area were also paraded by the State Police Command, while 14 local cattle rustlers were arrested with stolen cattle.
These dangerous weapons, including a general-purpose machine gun, grenades, assorted rifles and live ammunition, were recovered from a bunker in Gbishe, Katsina-Ala local government area of Benue State. The cache of arms, allegedly belonging to gang leader Tewashe Akwaza, was discovered by a team of investigators commissioned by the Inspector General of Police after 2 weeks of combing Zakibiam and Katsina-Ala. The governor's special advisor on security gives details of the operations.
These weapons were in a bunker. Someone gave us information, gave the security agencies information, and they used instruments and discovered them under the ground. And the bunker was broken and taken. There are so many of those bunkers out there in Gbishe and around Gbishe. So arrests have been made. And most of these people who have been arrested are either here or taken to Abuja.
Governor Samuel Otom, while reacting to the news, accuses Akwaza of hiding behind his amnesty program to commit crime.
I can now confirm when I said he was using the amnesty to shield himself and perpetuate criminality. You can imagine this number of arms, but this is just one armory. We understand from information we have gathered that there are more elsewhere.
Attention then shifts to the police command, where suspected killers of Tiv farmers in Kwande local government area and 14 local cattle rustlers were paraded.
Detectives are already out there looking for them. Jungle justice is not allowed. If anybody had rustled their cow, they have reason to report. And if they report, it will be treated. For them to take the laws into their hands is not acceptable.
2 of the rustled cattle recovered from the suspects have died. The police say this is due to the animal cruelty involved in rustling cattle.
Still on security matters, worried by the incessant security issues faced by residents living in Calabar and its environs, the state government has resolved to tackle the issue headlong by ensuring capital sanction on criminals. This was part of the outcome of the weekly State Security Council meeting held at the Governor's Office, Calabar, the state capital. Speaking shortly after the meeting, the Director of the Department of State Services, Cross River State, says the Council has been charged to develop a workable template to bring development to a manageable level.
Council also looked at issues bordering on cultism, which of course ravaged the states at very disturbing proportions in the past 1 month or thereabouts. And as we speak, we have been charged by His Excellency to come up with a template to at least bringing this untoward development to a very, very manageable proportion, such that indigents of the state, particularly the state capital and environs, will sleep with 2 eyes closed. And we have taken that as a responsibility, and we are indeed working out, we are going to work out modalities to sit on top of this problem and ensure that we get on top of it.
Well, as portrayed in the mission statement of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control to safeguard public health by ensuring that only the right quality of food, drugs and other regulated products are manufactured and consumed, the agency has been raided or has gone on a rampage raiding the popular Abrakpa market in Asaba, the Delta State capital. The team, which also inspected a liquor factory, says it is conducting the raid following a tip-off about some people who had local liquor production sites where adulteration was going on, as well as unauthorized individuals involved in the sales and distribution of drugs.
Officials of the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control in Delta State are on the lookout. This warehouse is the first stop. Various brands of alcoholic beverages are produced here. The Director, Investigation and Enforcement for NAFDAC, appears oblivious of the approval for the products.
This one is registered. I have records in the office. Madam, is this one registered? Yes.
The NAFDAC crew is not impressed with the environment. The entire production process is also suspect. The manager admits to the flaws.
Like the compliance, they said we are going to carry on the compliances and we handle what they said. Like I said, next time they come, they say we have poor production environment, then we upgrade and see what we can do.
The team then hits the streets where more raids occur, leading to revelations of the type of drugs peddled by vendors for unsuspecting consumers. Shops, kiosks, nothing is spared.
See, they close it. Look at it.
Speaking on the success of the operation, the team lead says it came about when a consumer raised the alarm after a life-threatening experience.
Someone said he consumed a product and he was stooling blood. So we just had to check. For us, life, you cannot place any amount of money on life. I mean, life is sacred. Life is so invaluable.
NAFDAC appears prepared to protect the lives of Nigerian consumers at a time when many place little value on human life and engage in the production of fake drugs or unadulterated drinks to deliberately hurt others.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Customs Service says it will continue to intensify its ongoing crackdown on smugglers of goods into the country in order to encourage local production that will boost the nation's economy in line with the policy of the federal government. The controller, Federal Operations Unit Zone C, Mohammed Garuba, who stated this during an inspection of seized goods at the Customs House in Benin City, the Edo State capital, maintained that the Nigerian Customs is not out to oppress business owners, but only encouraging them to do the right thing.
The Controller, Federal Operations Unit Zone C of the Nigerian Customs Service, Mohammed Garba Uba, and other senior officers are here at the Customs House, Benin City, the Edo State capital, to inspect some of the recent seizures made by his men within Edo State.
Same number of bags, 600 bags. Place of seizure, same junction.
Some of the items seized are trucks loaded with bags of imported rice, medicines, and motorcycle spare parts.
The total number of 1,080 cartons of motorcycle spare parts.
The Controller, Federal Operations Unit Zone C, Mohammed Garba Uba, gives a breakdown of the cost of the seized goods, insisting that the Nigerian Customs Service will not fail to come down hard on smugglers.
The total number, 600 bags of rice. This one has been seized Ewu Junction on the 27th of March with a duty-paid value of 21,60,000.
The Controller describes the interception of this truck, fully loaded with substandard and unlabeled drugs worth 168 million naira, impounded along the Benin-Asaba Expressway, as a significant breakthrough.
They are substandard. They have no level. And whenever we have such product, we refer them to the appropriate agency for further investigation. You can now see 268 cartons of caffeine, 202 cartons of flagyl, 36 cartons of real extra tablets. Place of seizure is above.
With this confiscation, the Nigerian Customs Service says it's sending a clear message of its preparedness to carry out its mandate in line with the policy of the federal government on importation.
Coming up on the program, the Yobe State government has launched the Education Support Program for IDPs. Stay with us.